Hey there, YouTube friends. Today we're going to try out some pretty wild AI technology. A lady from LALAL contacted me and asked if I'd like to try their AI neural network 10-stem separator. And that went right over my head. But basically what it is the very smart people at LALAL created a program that allows you to pull out individual tracks from a song. So if you want to hear the bass, you could pull out the bass from a song and listen to it by itself. Or if you want to pull out the guitar from a song, you could pull that track out, separate it, and listen to it by itself. So basically, we're unbaking the bread. Now, I'm not going to try it with a popular song, because if I do, YouTube will give me a copyright strike. And actually, if I use one of my own songs that's published, I'll get hit with a copyright strike. So that in itself is AI at work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an unpublished song of mine, and we'll put it through the software, and we'll separate some tracks, and we'll compare it to the real tracks and see how it does. Just for reference, let me play you a couple of seconds of the song. Now I'm in the program and I'm going to upload a file. So I'm going to click Select Files. So I'm going to upload one of my songs called Ship of Fools. All right. So it seems like it uploaded the file and it pulled out the bass. So let's see how the bass sounds. And that sounds pretty good. We'll compare it to the original track in a bit. So let's try going back and pulling out the guitar track. Let me see here if I could just pull out electric guitar. Yeah, I think I could do that. Let's just create new preview down here and let's see if it'll pull out the guitar. Let's preview it. All right. So it also pulled out the rhythm guitar too. So not bad. You know, there's something goofy right around here. Let's listen to it. So it sounds like the bass and maybe the organ bled in a little bit. Let's just try the drums. It does a pretty good job of pulling out the drums. Let's try vocal and instrumental. All right, so it stripped out all the instruments and just the vocals should be here now.
You have a crew and you raise a sail, but there's an anchor in tow.
We got the background vocals in there too.
You feel the wind and you feel the rush, but the tide is low.
All right, now let's compare the tracks that were pulled out using the program to the original tracks. So the first thing you're going to hear is the bass that was pulled out from using the software. Now you can hear it's really fat and round. and clean. And that has all the effect on it and all the EQ on it from the master. So now let's listen to the original bass track. I could hear it's dry, but it's pretty much on the money. Now let's listen to the guitar solo. This is the track isolated from using the program. Now you could hear a little bit of the rhythm guitar got caught in there. And we got a little bleed right there. Now let's listen to the original track. So again, it did a pretty good job with the exception of the bleed. Now let's listen to the drum track that was pulled from the song using the program. All right, now I'll switch right here to the original track of drums. Okay, it's a little hotter, but did a great job. All right, now let's just check how the vocals came out. So this one right here is the vocals being pulled from the original song. And you'll hear all the effect on it, and you'll hear that the background vocals got caught up in there.
You have a crew and you raise a sail, but there's an anchor in tow.
So you hear that one background vocal track there.
You feel the wind and you feel the rush, but the tide is low.
Again, backgrounds in there.
You can't see what you're missing.
All right, so now let's listen to the original track, and you won't hear the background vocals.
You have a crew and you raise a sail.
You hear how dry it is?
But there's an anchor in tow. You feel the wind and you feel the rush, but the tide is low.
So overall, with the exception of that little bleed on the guitar, did a fantastic job. Now, in my mind, this technology could be really good for educational purposes. Because let's say we're listening to a song that was recorded in a 48-track studio. That's 48 tracks that get squashed down to 2 tracks. That's what you're listening to on the radio, or that's what you're listening to on a CD. And a lot of the instruments are bound to get buried in the mix. Now, with this technology, we could pull out the bass and listen to exactly what the bass player played, or pull out the guitar and listen to exactly what the guitar player played. But let's face facts. Some people are going to use this technology for other reasons. They're going to pull out Paul McCartney's bass line from a Beatles song, chop it up, and use it for themselves in their own song. So basically, they have Paul McCartney playing bass on their song. All right? That ain't cool in my mind. But we know that's going to be bound to happen. Nowadays, you don't have to learn to play. You could just do things like this, which, in my mind, that's kind of cheating. But for educational purposes, for people that really want to learn, I think this could be really cool. So send me some comments. Let me know what you think about this technology. Let's hear your opinion. And if you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Visit me at stevekonbass.com. If you like private bass lessons, just hit me up, and I'll catch you next time. See ya.